And so here you have a long list of good quality protein sources. Of course, as you'll notice, many of these are of the lean meat variety, things like chicken, turkey, and beef. Others from the seafood variety, things like finfish and shellfish. And then, of course, there are other sources of non-meat protein from these categories. Examples would be eggs, specifically the white parts of the eggs, as well as cottage cheese, great source of protein as well. And then, of course, you have protein powders. Now, a quick note about a couple of these different categories. As far as protein powders go, the most popular protein powder is definitely whey protein. If you choose a whey protein powder, you want to go for the whey isolate version versus the whey concentrate version. Another milk protein powder that you can perhaps explore would be casein. This is a great bedtime snack because it's pure protein and it lasts. It actually stays in the stomach for extra long, so it gives you that feeling of fullness. You know, sometimes you're going to bed and you want a little sustenance in your system to kind of carry you through the night so that you're not waking up completely starving. Casein protein powder would be a good source for that to benefit you there. As far as meats go, again, I would encourage you to lean more towards the leaner white meats versus the fattier colored meats like steak, ham, that sort of stuff. The leaner white meats like chicken and turkey and fish would be better choices right there. So as you can see, though, lots of sources. These are probably foods you already eat, you already like. Let's make these the cornerstone of your plate every time you sit down for a meal or snack. Of course, the next question is, well, how much protein should I be taking in at each meal or snack? And the answer to that question is in the palm of your hand. Literally and figuratively, we want to use the palm of your hand as an eyeball measure to measure the amount of protein that you are putting on your plate. So for example, let's say you're sitting down having a piece of chicken breast. Imagine you were to, if you look at your palm right now and you cut off the fingers, don't literally do that of course, but just imagine with me. If you cut off the fingers and the thumb right off your hand, you're just left with the palm, and your chicken breast or whatever source of protein you have should be about the same size and thickness as the palm of your hand. So that's a simple eyeball measure that you can use to determine if you're getting enough protein. If you're getting too much, that should be enough quality protein if you eyeball it, the size and thickness as the palm, same size and thickness as the palm of your hand. Sounds simple enough? It is, and again, I want you to put that into practice. Make that a habit every time you look down at your plate and say, do I have enough protein here on my plate? Is it the same size and thickness as the palm of my hand? And so there you have fat loss golden rule number 2, which simply states that you should be eating some lean quality protein with each and every meal and snack. Of course, you're eating regularly throughout the day. Make sure to get some protein in there. There are so many big benefits to making protein the cornerstone of your meal. Build everything else around that. In fact, we're going to be talking about carbohydrates and fats in the next 2 lessons, but always start and build your meal around your protein. Many cultures, of course, use different carbohydrates as the base of their meal. Some cultures use rice as the base of their meal, and you add a little protein and vegetable on top of that. I don't want you to do that. I want you to start with protein. Other cultures, they start with pasta. You know, you have a big plate of pasta and then you add a little bit of meat to it. Don't do that either. Start with the protein and build around it. It should be the cornerstone of your meal, of every snack. And if you do that, you'll be way farther ahead in your fat loss goals. So that's all for today's lesson. Again, we've talked about protein. Tomorrow we're going to talk about carbohydrates. But that's all for now. This is Dan Cardoza checking out. We will see you next time.